I'm going to show you how to brew great coffee in what is probably the most common household coffee brewing devices, the humble cafetiere. What we're going to need is a set of scales. If you want to make coffee consistently and great every time, you're going to need to have some scales. You need a cafetiere, fairly obviously. You need some awesome, great, freshly roasted specialty level coffee, some water. Filtered water is perfect, but in this part of the world we're very lucky to have great tasting water anyway. If your water doesn't taste great, your coffee's not going to taste great. So get some great tasting water, and 100 degrees boiling is totally fine. You can do that every single time and you're not going to have any issues. Now a cup to put it in, and something to stir it, and a timer. Right, let's go. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to heat up my cafetiere. You want that to be warm. If it's not warm straight off, you're going to lose a lot of the brew temperature of the water and so not make the same good coffee. If you want to, you can also heat your cup, ready for your coffee at the end. There we go, I'm ready to go. I've got 20 grams of coffee weighed out here already. We're going to do a ratio of 65 grams of coffee per litre of water. You can kind of mess around with that a bit depending on your taste, drop down to 60 grams of coffee per litre, or move up towards 70 for a stronger brew, but we're going to stick here with 65 per litre. So I'm going to make 300 grams of water and 20 grams of coffee for this one. I'm just going to discard the warming water there, put my cafetiere on the scales, I'll tear it out. We're going to do quite a coarse grind. It's not a ridiculously coarse grind, but it's a coarse grind. It looks a bit like this. So I'm going to add that to the cafetiere, just like that. Just checking that's 20 grams. I'll tear that out. I'll get ready to go. I've got a stirrer here. I've got a timer luckily built into these scales, but just use your phone or whatever you've got to hand to time it. So I'll start the time, and I'm going to add in 40 grams of water. That's double the amount of coffee that I started with. So add in 40 grams, there we go, and give it a good stir. You want to make sure that all the grounds in the cafetiere get wet as soon as possible. If you do happen to see any bubbles later in the process, it means that something has just got wet, which is not ideal. You want everything to get wet as soon as possible. I'm just going to leave that till about 30 seconds. It should start to smell amazing. There we go. 30 seconds up, I'm going to give it a little stir as I add the water up to 300 grams total. So that's adding in another 260 grams. There we go. Now pop the plunger, the grate just below the surface, put it down, and now we're going to wait for about 3 minutes. Ideally, you would have ground your coffee on demand. If you can't grind your coffee on demand, you don't have a grinder, it's not the end of the world. We can grind it for you in here. If you buy it here, or any great coffee shop will probably grind it for you. You're not going to get quite as tasty a brew, but it's still going to be good. 3 minutes is up. Give or take a few seconds. You're not going to break the coffee like that, just however you fancy. Give it a nice gentle push down. Pour it into your cup. Perfect.